Even if you are trying to hide your money, why would you put all of your Bitcoin, $3 billion of it, in one wallet? We're about to find out. What's going on, y'all? You're now watching the greatest channel that has ever existed. My name is 𝘰𝘰𝘯𝘵, and I truly appreciate you guys for being here with me. Yes, so there is a new mysterious wallet that's going on where $3 billion of Bitcoin has been slowly transferring over into it over the past 3 months. Who is this person? BlackRock, maybe Binance, maybe somebody else? Who knows? We'll find out. But first, I need to read some more comments from my subscribers. Really appreciate you guys. Would not be here without you. The first comment that I have is from OK Boss. He says, if I'm not mistaken, liquidity for Phoenix is extremely low. Crying face. What happened? Then I said, it'll increase over time. Also, if you don't see a lot of coins on Matic, for example, you can therefore switch over to Ethereum chain, or Binance chain, I believe, also has a Phoenix token. Michael Freeman says that I'm a PulseX sacrificer. My bags have gone down dramatically today, but now will rally because of the 200,000 community is so strong. And Richard Hart was a billionaire before coming into crypto. In my view, and so many in the Pulsechain Hex community's views, are buying and not selling. Yes, do not sell your Pulsechain. Do not sell your PulseX. Put it in a liquidity farm so that you can continue to make incentive token. You continue to make money from it. Do not sell it. It's only going to grow. What is my prediction? Yeah, my prediction was that it's going to be 33 cents. And then I lowered the prediction because Pulsechain is not doing as good as I thought it would. But I lowered prediction by 75%. So now I believe that the all-time high price in 2025, at the end of 2025 in the bull market, is going to be 8 cents. So that means that from today, from right now, August 23rd is going to do a 1,860x from its current price. I'm like 90% sure that that's what's going to happen. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't be that case. It's going to be absolutely dramatically insane. Okay. Next comment that we have is from my dog Jesus, that says, the real question is, how can they ban coins on what is supposed to be a decentralized, open to all people and tokens, free market exchange? We are focusing on the wrong issue here. This is not freedom. Obviously, Uniswap is not what it pretends to be. Yes, Uniswap was supposed to be decentralized, but Uniswap was created by a company that continuously runs the Uniswap website, and it continuously adds new updates to the website. This is why places such as Xen Crypto needs to be really decentralized. Places such as Pulsechain is so important because even if they try to shut down Pulsechain, even if Richard Hart shuts down PulseX or he shuts down 𝘰𝘰𝘯𝘦 or whatever, other people can still run these protocols. You can still run it, okay? It's open and it's decentralized. Uniswap is not really that decentralized. So anyways, there's other places where you can get your Hex token, such as, SushiSwap and other places like that, okay? So don't fear. It does suck for Pulsechain's price, but you know, it's not as decentralized as they said it would. Very sad. Okay, Xen is a complete scam, oh no, and worthless. If someone can mint as many coins as they want, how can that ever work? Hex is the best and 𝘰𝘰𝘯𝘰 knows it. Yes, you can mint as many coins as possible, but Xen is not a scam. Xen has many burn mechanisms built into it to reduce the supply of Xen. And yes, you can mint as many coins as possible, but you can't mint as many coins as possible because, one, it takes some time to actually mint the coins. Number two, every single time that you mint the coins, you have to pay some Ethereum gas fees. So even if the government came through and decided to like mint $100 billion a day worth of Xen, this will automatically shoot the price of Ethereum. And that means that every single time that you try to do a transaction to create a new NFT, for example, or a new mint, that means that you're going to have to pay right now to create a new mint cost about maybe $3 or $4 or $2. It's very, very cheap. Probably costs like $2 or $3 right now. If the government comes through and spends $100 billion a day to mint the Xen, it's going to end up costing, instead of $2 to do one mint, it's end up going to be costing $20,000, $200,000. So nobody has unlimited money. Nobody has unlimited energy to print all these tokens. Okay, so even though in theory it is free and you can print as much as possible, it's only where you can print as much as possible right now during the beginning of the bull market, during this consolidation phase, okay, when no one really cares about crypto. That's why you need to start investing in crypto right now where no one cares about it. Invest in Pulsechain and invest in Xen. That's all you have to do, really. Next, we have a comment from Big Zacko that says, Benito, how do I get in contact with you for instructions on investing and yield farming? And then I replied, I'm coming out with a course in September. Yes, I'll be coming out with a course in September, probably the end of September. Cross your fingers if I have enough time. I'll be coming out with a course in the beginning of September. We'll see. It's going to happen in September. Anyways, let's go. So what's going on? Let's read what happened. Twitter. That's where all the good news happens. Bitcoin LFG says a mysterious Bitcoin wallet has amassed over $3 billion worth of cryptocurrency in the past 3 months and has been revealed to be owned by Robinhood Markets Inc. Yeah, it could be Robinhood Markets Inc. But those are just rumors. Let's get more into it. Don't believe everything that you hear. Interesting to understand, folks, that BlackRock and Vanguard owns chunks of the Robinhood, so they may be using Robinhood to help accumulate more BTC for the ETF that will likely be approved last year. Okay, so I guess this is confirmed. Video over. There's nothing more to talk about. Okay, so anyways, this is just really good guesses. This is just really speculation. But yes, it's probably owned by Robinhood. But there's other things. There's other reasons why this may not be true, okay? Because there's many other players. And by the way, BlackRock owns so many other companies. BlackRock owns a percentage in Robinhood. So even though it is Robinhood, according to this tweet, that created this wallet, it doesn't mean that BlackRock wasn't the one that instructed them to do it. It doesn't mean that BlackRock is not going to be the only one that uses this wallet, even though it's being done through Robinhood. In fact, it's very smart for BlackRock to do it directly through Robinhood. They're not really familiar that much with the crypto ecosystem. And in fact, they're trying to do a proposal to get a spot ETF for Bitcoin right now. In fact, I'm going to talk about that more. Another tweet says, this unknown address has accumulated over $3 billion worth of Bitcoin in the last 3 months. The prime suspect, the first major transaction of 3,400 Bitcoin occurred on May 16th, 2023. Almost exactly 1 month later, on June 15th, BlackRock filed for its spot Bitcoin ETF. Yes, that's what I said earlier. And this tweet was by 𝘕𝘰𝘯𝘦. Thank you for that tweet. Yes, it's true. So it's the main culprits, the main suspects are BlackRock and Robinhood. It could also be Binance, but Binance already has billions and billions of dollars of worth of Bitcoin, so there's no need for them to secretly do this too. And there's just no need. I don't think it's Binance. I think it's either BlackRock or Robinhood. Okay. And then finally, we have a comment that says, who is the mysterious Bitcoin whale that's accumulated $3 billion in Bitcoin in the past 3 months? Now the third largest wallet in the world. Yes, it's the third largest wallet in the world. He says it's either Binance, like I said, BlackRock, like I said, or the White House. It's not the White House. The White House doesn't know anything. The White House doesn't even know how to allocate money for the future. They only know how to take our taxes. Or Argentina. Yes, that's also a good idea. Argentina could be one of the countries that is heavily involved in Bitcoin. In fact, Bitcoin is a legal tender in Argentina. Or not Argentina, sorry, is El Salvador that made Bitcoin a legal tender. But Argentina has been talking about doing the same exact thing. And they're probably going to do the same exact thing during the bull market that's going to start happening in 2025 when it's going all the way through the roof. Let's hear some comments from Tommy Lee, popular crypto guy, okay?
Where are you on Bitcoin by the end of next year, let's say?
Well, if the spot Bitcoin gets approved,
yeah,
I think the demand will be greater than the daily supply of Bitcoin. And so the clearing price, this is done by Sean Farrell, who's our crypto digital strategist, is over 150,000. It could even be like 180,000.
But that's only if the spot, only if the ETF gets approved.
Yeah, and
so
the US, a spot US, because
right.
a spot Bitcoin ETF is approved outside
right.
the US.
Okay, but if it's not approved, then are we just lingering around 29,000?
There's still upside accounts because the halvening next year. Mm-hmm. So you'll have a drop in supply again. So the clearing price has to increase, but it won't be 6 figures.
Yes. So the Bitcoin ETF is definitely coming out. And people are questioning, are we going to get a Bitcoin ETF? Or are we not going to get a Bitcoin ETF? Bullshit. It doesn't matter. We are definitely going to get a Bitcoin ETF. BlackRock has been talking about this over and over and over again. What could happen is that, and many people are suspecting, BlackRock and according to this, Robinhood bought $3 billion worth of Bitcoin, hold it in one wallet. They're going to then sell $3 billion worth of Bitcoin immediately, crashing it. right? Crashing the price. And then they're going to, after Bitcoin's price crashes, then they're going to buy some more Bitcoin slowly again. This is what whales do to manipulate the price all the time. And then once they buy it, let's say that Bitcoin is going, right now it's at $26,000. Let's say that when they sell the $3 billion worth of Bitcoin, that Bitcoin will then be worth, I don't know, $17,000. That means that they're getting a discount of about 40%. That's absolutely crazy. BlackRock would then buy $3 billion again worth of Bitcoin at $17,000. And then when Bitcoin shoots up to, like, my prediction is that Bitcoin is going to be about $125,000 in the end of the bull run. That means they're going to make so much money. That means they're going to go from 17 to 125 instead of them going from 26 to 125. So they're going to make so much more money. Okay. So let's watch another video. Okay. Oh, by the way, this is BlackRock may already be the third largest Bitcoin holder in the world. Yeah, this is by the Street Crypto. Over the last few weeks, a mysterious Bitcoin address has occurred more than 100,000 Bitcoin. Who is behind it? Let's watch this video from Yahoo Finance.
This more, David, we know that we've been hearing a lot about the potential for this, but not seeing any companies quite make it to the finish line just yet.
Hey, Rochelle. Yeah, since BlackRock's filing, which happened earlier this summer, there's been 8 other companies who've refiled applications to list a spot Bitcoin ETF. And that's included ARK Invest, Bitwise, MEXC, 𝘊𝘳𝘺𝘕, and Invesco.
Yes, so the thing with financial markets and cryptocurrency and all money markets is that once the big player does something, everybody else follows. Same thing with Bitcoin. Anytime Bitcoin goes up, all the other altcoins that have nothing to do with Bitcoin also go up. Now that you see that BlackRock, which has the most money, most assets under management, they have about $20 billion under management. If they were a country, they'll be the third largest country in the world. Sorry, $20 trillion under management. If they're a country, they would have the third largest economy in the entire world. That's why they have all this power. 8 other companies are now following suit to also file for spot ETF.
And now the SEC has several opportunities from here to either approve, deny, or simply push off approval for these applications. They can't push off approval after 6 months from now. That's when we'll have a definite decision about whether or not the agency would be okay with listing these products. But that being said, earlier this month, ARK Invest application was pushed off approval. And the deadline for these other applications from the other asset managers are coming at the beginning of September. And John Reed Stark, who is a former attorney for the SEC's enforcement division, sort of weighed in on this at the the end of last week. He said, he puts the chances at slim to none. Stark, obviously, having worked for the agency, does know a lot about the enforcement division, and his thoughts are that the Bitcoin spot market it's a little bit too not regulated enough and a little bit too manipulatable, which has been the argument in past years.
And that's also nonsense. It's not really that manipulatable. Bitcoin is exactly like like a digital gold, actually. So although they have come out with BRC20 tokens, so it kind of acts like Ethereum, it kind of acts like NFTs or ERC20s, right? But for the broader market, we're just going to say that Bitcoin acts like digital gold. And because of that, it's very difficult to manipulate. And even if you do have BRC20s, even if you do have, I have my own BRC20 NITO, NITO, go ahead and buy it. Even if you do have BRC20s and Bitcoin NFTs, they don't really do that much. They're just speculation. They're just assets that anyone can have. If I have a bar of gold and if Cardi B has a bar of gold, her bar of gold is automatically going to be worth more than my bar of gold. So yes, you can say that it's manipulatable the same way that my NFT, my Bitcoin NFT will be worth much less than Cardi B's Bitcoin NFT, even if the NFTs are exactly the same. It's who you know. It's not exactly what you know.
For why there's been no approval. But a lot of people have really come out around the BlackRock filing and Bloomberg's ETF team, Bloomberg Intelligence's ETF team, which is been more bullish on the prospects of approval in the coming 6 months, has said, the question is really, what could BlackRock know that these other filers didn't know at the time? They added a surveillance sharing agreement, which has sort of been taken as like a new addition to this, and potentially, people have said that might be what will make the change for the SEC to approve it. But at this point, it is still pretty unclear about how things could go. We're looking at the Grayscale lawsuit with the SEC, which we're expecting a verdict on, any week now, and that's expected usually on a Tuesday or a Friday is when these verdicts come out. Obviously, Grayscale is trying to convert their GBTC product into an ETF, and that's been a long battle. So we could see some more clarity into the SEC's thinking with that verdict, or at least with what they have to do next.
Okay, yeah, he keeps going on and on. But yeah, so the Bitcoin ETF is definitely going to come out. It may not come out for those other 8 companies. It's probably going to be approved by BlackRock first, because BlackRock is so powerful that it might as well be the 4th branch of government. So BlackRock is probably going to be the first one that comes out with a spot ETF. And then when it comes out, then your grandma and everyone else can invest in Bitcoin. And then that's going to make Bitcoin shoot through the freaking moon. And the SEC has until January 1st, I believe, to then, that's the final amount of time that they have to either approve or disapprove the spot ETF. But because BlackRock is so powerful, and because Bitcoin acts just like digital gold, we already have many gold ETFs, we have silver ETFs, we have copper ETFs, we have oil ETFs. It's going to be approved. There's nothing that you can do to stop it. Like he said, they could do something where they could put like surveillance mechanisms. They could do something, like he says, where they could put some surveillance mechanisms on top of it to prevent any nefarious actions. They're probably going to do that. And then it's going to be approved. So I am telling you this because I thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. Let's get this money.